Hello and welcome back to the Everything Film Podcast. I'm your host Ryan, and today we have a very special guest with us today, Wyatt, who you can follow on YouTube at Dirt Diver. Thanks for coming on, Wyatt.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited. It's going to be a good one.
What are your thoughts on Rogue One as a movie?
What are my thoughts on? Well, good grief, I could talk for like an hour. Uh, it's just a lot of some of the. Let me think. That's just too general of a question. Let me hold on. Um, should have wrote this down, huh? So originally, when I saw it, because I saw this in theaters, I did not like it that much. Let's see, it came out in 2016, so I would have been, hold on, let me do the math. I would have been eight. Yeah, because it came out in December of 16, so I would have been eight. And I did not like it that much. I thought it was just sad. I was like, everybody died. This movie's terrible. And that's my attitude. That was my attitude towards it for years. And then one day I asked a good friend of mine what his favorite Star Wars movie was, and he said Rogue One, and I was like, "What you mean, man? That everybody died?" And he was like, "Yeah, but it just felt so Star Wars." And for the longest time, I didn't understand what he meant until I rewatched it. Like, oh gosh, like let me think. I don't remember. I think I slowly started liking it more even before I rewatched it, but then I rewatched it like a few months ago, and I was like,
Oh yeah,
oh my gosh, this movie is this is amazing. So my thoughts have definitely changed over the past few years. I love it so much. It's just such a good movie in my opinion.
okay. So it's kind of funny because I have I'm the opposite way. I when I first saw it, I loved it.
Okay,
Um, but
tread carefully.
Yeah, but watching it again, I didn't like it as much. So it has nothing to do with like the story or like the characters. It's really just more of the technical aspect. I feel like at the beginning, it was cutting from scene to scene in a way that I did not like. I just couldn't really connect to it because like they'd show you a little bit of like this character, then a little bit of this character, and it was like all over the place.
Okay.
And that kind of like annoyed me. And
Hmm.
that's and I think that's really like where most of my issues lie
Okay,
because
so
I
you think
can't
like the
really.
pacing and like the first bit of it and like the editing is a little off?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I got you.
um
I don't agree, but I got you.
yeah, I don't agree either.
I get it though.
And I think going like I watched before I rewatched Rogue One, I watched Andor, and I guess he just wasn't as cool in Rogue One as he was in Andor, so that kind of bothered me a little bit.
Okay. That's fair enough, I would say. I mean, Andor is his show, so obviously he has more time to shine in his own show, but I got you. Okay.
But that's really like my only issues with the movie,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
the
and the
you know,
score.
you don't like the score?
He doesn't like it. No, I don't.
Well, I guess it wasn't John Williams. I can't remember if Solo was done by John Williams or not. I know all the other Star Wars movies were, so that could be why.
Part of it was.
Part of Solo was by John
Yeah,
Williams.
yeah. It's a piece of music. I think it was the main theme.
Okay. So they didn't just like reuse stuff that he already used, and that's what you're calling it. He like made like the main theme of the movie, and then someone else did the rest of it.
Yeah, it was John Powell and John Williams.
John Powell. Okay.
Yeah, and Michael Giacchino did this one, and I love he's my favorite composer. But for
Yeah.
some reason, I don't know what happened to him on Rogue One that I just did not like the score for this one. I have to tell you,
Honestly, I don't pay attention to the score that much. I'm not a big music guy at all, so I don't really. If it's something like really cool, like a Duel of the Fates, obviously I hear it and I'm like, whoa, this is awesome. But in general, the score is just kind of there for me. That's just me though.
Yeah, I kind of wish it was like that for me because like I now have this like musical brain and I
Right.
use it and it's kind of like a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, I got you.
Like
Yeah.
I'm always listening for the music now instead of like watching the movie as one. I'm hearing
That's funny.
yeah, but that's these are really my only issues. But I did love, and maybe I didn't connect with Jin all that much. I wouldn't say she's a bad character, but like I feel like compared to
Right.
the
Like,
other main characters, like the Mandalorian or even Andor
okay, I
or
got you.
Luke,
Yeah.
she didn't really hold that much weight compared to them.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. There were like a ton of main characters in Rogue One, so that's
Yeah,
probably a part of it. I mean, personally, I thought she had enough, but I can see why someone would think that she didn't have enough. So that's I'd say that's pretty fair.
yeah, and what I love about the older Star Wars movies is that like they did have a lot of characters, but they managed to like give them all like their own arcs and you know you could still see who the main character was, but like everyone felt like they had their own story and it was done really well. Um, but for this one, I just didn't really connect with Jin that much.
Okay, I'd say that's fair.
To me, like I connected more with like other characters like K2SO. Like he was my favorite character.
Well, obviously, because he's literally top five Star Wars character of all time. I mean, come on.
And he's not 5, 4, 3, 2 or
And Chirrut, or however you say his name.
we'll talk about him in a few.
Yeah, but like he was my favorite character. For some reason, I guess maybe he's just like way cooler than all of them. So that's why.
Okay, it's my turn. I need to get ready for this. I
Okay.
Rogue One is a masterpiece. One of the greatest movies ever made.
What?
Hey, Nathan, just hear him out, okay?
I've been hearing this for the last month.
Genuinely the best Star Wars movie. It's so well shot, well edited. The music is amazing. Everything about it is great, and Andor makes it way better. After
Definitely.
watching Andor, it really gets better, and it's amazing. I can't talk enough about how good it is. I think that all the characters are given their fair share of development. Jin is a great protagonist. Andor is great. They're all really done so well, and it shows you everyone in Star Wars got a semi-happy ending. Like Anakin, we saw he came back to the light side. He's a Force ghost, but the Rogue One crew, they all they didn't get a happy ending. They really didn't. Like they all died. And
Yeah, it really puts the war in Star Wars.
I love Revenge of the Sith. It's really cool. It was my favorite until I saw this. Because it does something that no one else could ever have done. Introduce how many characters? I think 7, and make you feel so bad for all of them when they die. Like K2SO, his death was really sad. We'll get to that later, but I really think this does a great job, and I think it's probably one of the best written Star Wars movies.
Can we talk about how you said this is the best Star Wars movie?
Yes, we can. That's what we're talking about now. Do you agree, Wyatt?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
He thought
Nathan, you're outnumbered on this. I'm
he
sorry,
was
but
playing checkers and
Yeah.
we're playing chess.
yeah.
Okay, next point.
So, Nathan,
Hold on. I did have something to say. So, Nathan, I like so you said like you thought like the first like 30 minutes or whatever, like it was cut too fast or whatever, something like that, right?
Yes.
like, okay, it's funny that you say that because most of the criticisms I see of Rogue One is like people saying that the start is too slow. And so I thought that was funny that you said that it just cuts from character to character too fast because everyone else is saying like the complete opposite. So
That is
I
funny. I
thought,
didn't even get them.
yeah, I just thought that I just wanted to add that in there while I was thinking about it because I thought that was kind of funny.
I will say though, I maybe like story wise, it was going slow, but like
Okay,
it was
the
kind of
character introduction was just too fast.
yeah. Like I feel like we were given like one scene that was maybe like a minute, and then like another minute or like 30 seconds or something. But yeah, to me it just like went too fast, and it
Yeah, I got
wasn't like the story like it wasn't really going anywhere
you. Okay, I
at
got
the
you.
beginning.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you rate Rogue One?
Um,
Lock in.
um, it's really hard because
You know it's
watch.
not. You're just afraid.
No, I'm not. Um, it's hard because well, as I'm watching the movie, I notice the mistakes, but now that like I'm talking about it, and I'm not like I didn't watch it recently, or well, not recently, but like I'm not watching it right now. All I can think about are like the standout moments for me.
Right. You're thinking like the big
That's
picture instead of like the little small details that didn't add up.
yeah. Um, I think before I gave it like a 6.5,
Yeah, I know.
but like I did say like to 7. I will give it the 7. I told Ryan that. I'll give it
Mm,
the 7.
Wow.
okay.
Seven's a pretty good rating.
No,
He just said no. Everyone has their own opinions, I guess,
we can
even
bring you
when they're
in cold,
wrong.
or we can bring you in cold. But 7. Okay.
Okay, we'll move on. We'll move on.
What would you give it? Why?
Okay, as a movie, it definitely has its issues, so I'll give it a 9 out of 10. But for enjoyment, it's a freaking infinity out of 10. Okay. Also, the Vader scene in of itself is just is straight pure cinema.
Yes, I
So
totally
that
agree.
that scene is a masterpiece in of itself.
I remember
Yeah.
seeing that for the first time. I
What,
was
what,
so surprised that like he could use the Force. I was like, but he's a bad guy. How's he able to use the Force?
Hold on. Back up. When did you watch this?
I don't know, a long time ago.
Okay, but before you knew that the Sith were a thing.
he didn't.
Yes, this was like the first Star Wars movie. Well, it was either the Rey trilogy or this one. I forget.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
saw like after that is when I got introduced to Star Wars. But I knew of it before. So like I
Okay.
saw that scene, I was like, whoa, this is like the coolest thing ever.
I actually can't remember when I watched it in the theater. I wish I did. I wish I remembered seeing it on the big screen, but I don't. I remember the first Vader scene, the careful not to choke on your aspirations. I remember that scene, and I remember the when the AT-ATs showed up. Uh, and I remember like the beginning of it and certain other parts, but I didn't remember the darn hallway scene. How could I forget? How? I'm actually mad at my memory for that.
The only things I could remember was the hallway scene and I'm the Force and the Force is with
No,
me.
that's not what he says.
I'm one with the Force and the Force is with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. These were the only two things I remembered. Everything else just went away.
So, me, I would give Rogue One infinity out of 10 on how good it is,
My
and
boy.
out of 10 on the enjoyment. It gets the 3C guarantee, guys.
Wow.
Genuinely.
What does the real 3C think about this? I need to watch this video.
Genuinely. I don't I don't see any of the flaws. I don't. Maybe I'm blinded.
I do. Yeah, you're as blind as cheer it. Uh,
Wow.
I s- yeah.
Fiction.
I do see the flaws, and they are there, but so that's why I give it the 9 out of 10. But I just don't care, to be honest.
Wow, I didn't think you were like this.
Bro, I still give it an infinity out of 10 out for my enjoyment, bro. I adore this movie,
There
but
are no
but
flaws in Bossing Say.
No, there it is.
there look, it ain't no 7 out of 10, but there are some flaws, okay?
Okay, then. You say so.
I feel like I'm being alienated by both sides.
That imagine how I feel.
He's not welcome.
I don't think I'm gonna talk anymore. I'm just gonna listen to
He's
you
gonna
guys.
mute
Like,
himself.
I'm sorry, Nathan. We won't roast you anymore, maybe for
Well,
like 30
we're
seconds.
getting
30 more seconds. 30 more
the
seconds. We won't
characters
roast you.
next.
oh,
Oh, oh. Hmm.
Okay, so starting with the main character herself, Nathan,
Yep.
what do you
no,
or Wyatt, what do you think about Jin herself?
Wait, who did you say?
You Wyatt, what do you think
Oh,
about
me.
Jin?
I'm sorry. I thought you said Nathan. My bad. I'm sorry. Uh, I honestly thought she was a really good lead. Um, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of what my initial thoughts of her was when I watched it for the first time. Uh, yeah, I don't think I can remember that good. So obviously she didn't make that good of a first impression on me. But then again, neither did the entire movie. So uh, I don't know. I thought she was really good in the lead role. She obviously she's not like to the level of like Leia or like Ahsoka, but
That's
also
not good.
we didn't get near enough time with her as we did with those characters. But I thought she was a really great lead, to be honest. I thought all the stuff with like her dad, I thought she had like uh good uh what's the word? Character motivation. Good character motivation and all that jazz. I don't know. I really liked her. I thought she was good. She's 100 times better than Ray, that's for darn sure. So I'd say we needed more time with Jin, to be honest.
Yeah.
I wish I know we're not gonna get one, but I would love to see a Jin focused
Prequel.
prequel
Series.
like Andor got one. I would love, even if it's just like a 6 episode miniseries, like the length of like the Obi-Wan show. I would like that. It doesn't even have to be like amazing like Andor or Rogue One. It could just be a solid like 7 out of 10, and I'd be happy with it because I really wanted to see more of her. But yeah, for the time we were given with her, I thought she was a really good lead.
So, where does she go on the tiers?
I have her at S, obviously.
Okay. Nathan, it's your turn.
okay. So contrary. I hate to be contrary to you,
Do you?
but I like her way more than Ahsoka. I have to say that.
He hasn't seen Clone Wars, so it's forgiven.
Oh, okay, okay. So hold on. What Ahsoka have you seen?
The
Let's get
TV
that
show.
out of the way. The
The
TV show,
Yeah.
the live
Yeah,
action
that's
Ahsoka.
yeah, that's
yeah.
warranted.
Okay, yep, totally
Yeah.
valid. Okay,
If it was
the
the
yeah.
Clone Wars,
Animated Ahsoka.
we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. I
you
I thought
you
you were
got
talking
okay.
about live action.
No, no.
I was like, there's no way live action Ahsoka is better
No,
than the
no,
first.
no.
I guess, like you said, I love the stuff with her dad and everything, but I don't think she was given like enough time like to shine on her own to where like she would go in an S tier for me. Like I think she needs to prove like she needs to prove herself a little more to me. But I don't hate her as a character. I think she was good. but like it wasn't like great to me. It wasn't like a standout.
That's fair. I'd say that's fair.
Yeah, but I do like her. For me, she'd probably go in A tier. In A tier. Yeah.
Respectable.
Here are my thoughts condensed. I don't want to spend too long on this. Peak 10 out of 10 character. Peak. Like all the characters in this movie. Genuinely. Except maybe that engineer guy. I forgot his name. But peak 10 out of 10. S tier easily. Let's see, what else can I say? Let's see. I think she was given great development, and we can see that, like, unlike Ray, she didn't listen to the rebels, and we saw what happened. She died. Like, there are actual consequences here. I,
But
I
what didn't she die doing something for the rebellion?
but didn't they vote against going?
Yeah, they voted.
Yeah, they did, but like she was still. I feel like she was in the right.
Yeah, she was.
Right. But
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
she still had to pay the
if
consequence.
it was Ray, Ray would have
yeah.
bypassed the explosion.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely. Look. The Death Star would have tried to blow up the planet, and she'd like deflect it with a freaking lightsaber.
yeah. Okay, now Andor.
Okay, so obviously we had much more time with Andor in his own show, but before I cover that, I'll talk about what I thought about him like before the show, because I think that's fair because he was given about the same amount of screen time as like some of the other characters in this. So anyway, so when I first watched it, I just thought he was, he was okay. I thought he was cool. Uh, and but I distinctly remember when I read the news that he was getting his own show. I distinctly remember it. I think I was, I don't remember exactly where I was, but I remember telling my friend about it right after I read it. And I was like, why are they making a show about this one random guy that died in Rogue One? Like, what's the point of this? And he was like, whoa, they're doing it about Cassian? That's so awesome. And I was like, dude, he's already dead. Why would we care about this guy? I mean, why? But so obviously I didn't like him begin with. And even watching like Andor season one, I was like, okay, he's interesting, I guess, but I don't really find him that interesting, to be honest. But the more, because it also has to do with, I didn't really like Andor season one that much. I know that's like a hot take, and I'm gonna get absolutely roasted by like every Star Wars fan, but I didn't really like Andor season one. I thought it was kind of boring, which I guess I'm just a Gen Z iPad kid who needs Subway Surfers on the side watching stuff. But uh, I thought Andor season one was kind of boring, so I still didn't like him that much. But the more I watched Rogue One and the more I watched Andor, especially season two, I've really come to appreciate Andor. He's grown on me for sure. Uh, especially seeing like how he was in the beginning of Andor to how he became at the end of Rogue One. How he was, just he didn't really care for anyone except himself and his friends and family in Andor season one. But then we get to Rogue One and he's willing to sacrifice everything for the galaxy. So I think because of Andor, because of that show, he had a great overall arc, and because of that, he's an amazing Star Wars character. But if it wasn't for the show, I wouldn't like him near as much, which is kind of why I want one for Jin and some of the other characters as well, because I feel like there's just so much we could do with the characters as shown by Andor that it's just unfair that we got so little time with them. But anyway, I think he's great.
What tier does he go in for you?
S. S. Gotta go S.
Your turn, Nathan.
So I agree with you, Wyatt. I like if it wasn't for the show, I would not have liked him or thought he was even interesting. Like if I like while watching Rogue One. He
Yeah,
was cool in the movie, I guess, but he wasn't like that interesting to me. It was almost like he was just there. Um, so yeah, I agree with that. I would put him in B tier if I just saw Rogue One, because honestly, I feel like he wasn't that special in Rogue One. Like he didn't really he did do a lot, but like he just wasn't like that interesting. Like if I read the news
right.
about like that he was gonna get a show while I like before like after watching Rogue One, I would have been like, okay, well, okay, I guess. Like I wouldn't have been excited for it. So yeah, he's going in B tier for me. As a character though, as a whole, like with the show and the movie, like he would go in S for me. But just with the
And
movie,
I will say,
go in B.
yeah, I will say, even watching Rogue One now after seeing Andor, I feel like he could. I feel like, oh, why isn't he as good in Rogue One as he was in Andor? Because I feel like after seeing him in Andor being so good in that show, I was like, I was kind of hoping maybe I'll like him even more in Rogue One now, and I do, but I feel like he's underutilized now because of all the time we spent with him in his show.
Yeah. Yeah, I was disappointed when I rewatched Rogue One. I was expecting Andor to be like a really big part and everything, but like I got disappointed. He wasn't even really cool, like that cool in Rogue One.
Okay. It's
It's like he reversed Aura farmed.
Oh, oh, why you gotta do him so dirty? Oh no.
here are my thoughts.
But like for him, that's a good thing because it shows that he got better as an actor, like as the years went by.
So I I know I'm gonna get cooked on this by both of you guys, but before watching Rogue One or before watching Andor, S tier. After watching Andor, S tier. 10 out of 10 peak character. His acting is like so it's really good. His story, some of his lines like some of us live the rebellion. Like it's all the writing surrounding everyone in this movie is good, and all the characters are really good. So he goes in 10 out of 10 for me, before and after it.
Yeah, well, I'd say a lot of people probably share that sentiment. I'd say that me and Nathan are probably in the minority when it comes to folks that didn't like Andor that much because obviously people liked him. He got his own show. I mean,
Um, Nathan loves Andor season 1.
Oh yeah, I
I
love Andor
don't
season
like it as much as him. I think it's a 7.
But maybe that has to do with I was so invested in the whole Mon Mothma storyline. Like I
yeah,
was
I'd say,
invested.
yeah, Mon Mothma was probably like the best character in the show, to be honest.
Mm.
Yeah, she was my favorite character to be honest. Like I couldn't wait for her to get a scene, like just to see what was going on in the family.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, um, I loved Andor season one and season two.
I think I love after watching season 2, I love season 1 way more now. I think before, like I said earlier, before and after, he's 10 out of 10 S tier, and that's coming from someone who didn't really like season 1 as much as other people. So now onto K2SO.
K2SO, best character in the movie. Do I need to explain myself?
No,
Okay, good. Because I mean, come on. Well, I'll probably talk about it more when we get to like the ranking the droids part. He's just he's just he's that guy. Okay, he had the saddest death in the movie. He's the best droid in Star Wars. He's the best. He's the best.
So he goes in S tier for you, I'm assuming.
He solos S tier. We can bump Andor and Jin back down to A tier
Careful
for
there.
just because of K2SO's aura. I mean, come on.
yeah, I don't think they can be in the same tier.
I know. I need to make a double S tier for him actually.
Yeah.
So,
I agree with everything that you just said. Like he's perfect. He was
He's
the
that
best.
guy.
Like I remember watching it, and throughout the whole movie, I was like, if they kill this droid off, I will hate this movie.
I think that's why you don't like it.
Maybe that's why. But like when I saw him, like especially that scene when he caught the bomb and he was just like super cool about it, that made me love him. And also I think seeing him like after watching Andor and then watching this, it was just it was so good. Like he was the best character in the movie for me. Um,
Hmm.
like I was way more sad for his death than I was for Andor, for Jin, and all the other
Hmm.
characters.
Interesting.
Even though he's a droid.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So,
So he goes in S tier for me.
so he also goes in S tier for me. 10 out of 10 peak before, after Andor. You guys basically said everything I had to say. I do think Alan Tudyk does a great job at basically he nails every role. Like he's Dr. Phosphorus in Creature Commandos. He's great as in that role. He's Thor in Superman. He's great there. He really does. He gives a great performance as anyone.
Yes,
K2SO goes in S tier 10 out of 10.
Yep,
Now,
absolutely.
Chirrut.
Chirrut Imwe. I have a
Is it Chirrut? I thought it was Chirrut.
yeah, Chirrut. I feel like
Chirrut?
they pronounce it.
Okay, I think it is Chirrut.
Okay,
I could be wrong.
real
I knew I was wrong. I just did not like.
why?
You
You're
knew
the
what it
biggest.
was.
Yeah, I did not know what it was. I just knew I was wrong
Wyatt, what do you think of Chirrut?
though.
Um, he is one with the Force, and the Force is with him. Uh, yeah, I thought he was hilarious. Amazing fighter. It's so fun to watch him beat up the stormtroopers. What kind of weapon does he use? I can't remember. But like his
It's like
weapon,
a
like
staff.
yeah, it's like a
It's
staff. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. But like watching that, like it kind of like chops through the stormtrooper armor a little bit, like just like slices through it. That was like satisfying to watch because like the stormtrooper armor is like plasticky, you know. And so watching him, I don't know, I could watch Chirrut just like plow through stormtroopers for hours. I thought he was so yeah, he great character. I want a buddy comedy with him and Beige. Just just one season, I don't care. I just want a buddy comedy of the two of them.
Yes, they could definitely. They're spin-off
A
material.
Guardian of the Willis spinoff. Bring back their theme. It's really good.
Yeah.
So, where does he rank on the tier list for you?
He's A.
Hmm.
Okay, it's Nathan's turn.
I think he was the best, like one of the best characters in the movie. To me, I think he was the best, but K2SO was my favorite. It was just so like I loved watching him fight. Like you said, Wyatt, the watching him like smash the stormtrooper's armor was really satisfying.
Yeah.
His fight scenes were really well choreographed. Um, I love his connection to the Force, and I love that he wasn't moving things with the Force. It gave me a unique perspective on the Force, and I thought that was really refreshing to see a new take. Um, yeah, I think he has like such a deeper connection to the Force because he is blind. All his other senses were enhanced, and I think he has a stronger connection to the Force than most Jedi's do. Because even with Anakin, he was struggling to just like trust the Force. Um, and even Luke sometimes, like they both kind of had trouble with listening to the Force, but Chirrut, it seems like he has that under control. He trusts the Force. He is one with the Force, and the Force is one, and the Force is with him.
You messed it up, man.
Wow.
Yeah. So I I would originally like I'd put him in S tier. I'm just gonna say that.
So, okay, now it's my turn.
Yes. Yes, it's your turn.
10 out of 10 peak. S tier. He's such a great character. Donnie Yen does a great job at doing at performing as his character. So he's such a good character. So he goes in S tier, 10 out of 10 for me.
Is it me or Ryan's just used like saying the same things?
What do you mean?
Like peak 10 out of 10 character. It's the
It's
character.
because he loved the movie, man.
I guess. Yeah.
Look, when you really love something like he does with Rogue One, then it makes everything else that you maybe didn't like as much about it, you like it better. Like for example, like let's say Ninjago, which is my favorite show. Even like the seasons that weren't as good, like seasons 11 through 15, just that whole era, even though objectively they're kind of mid. I still really enjoy them because I love Ninjago so much. So it's like that. It's even if it's subconscious, he probably enjoys and loves these characters more than he would if they were in another movie or something like that.
Okay, so yes, 10 out of 10 peak. Okay, so Bays Malibus. Why you go first?
um, I would say he was cool enough. I liked how he had a little arc. Some folks might think that it's like oh he didn't really believe he stopped believing in the Force in the beginning of the movie, and by the end of the movie he believes in it again. That's so good. But like it works for me. I thought he was a solid enough character, and again I want to see more of him. He's one of the weaker characters in the movie though, but I still enjoyed him. I thought he was good. I liked his gun.
Yeah.
And I have his Lego minifig somewhere. So,
So where does he go on your tier list?
oh, I'm sorry. He's B. Now
So
keep in mind, my tier list is in terms of all the characters in the movie. So if I was comparing them to like all the Star Wars characters or like against like the characters in the sequel trilogy, he would be higher. But in terms of the characters in the movie, I had to put him in B because otherwise, all these characters would just be in A and S, if
okay,
that
so
makes sense.
yeah.
Baze has like he was okay. So I agree with like most everything that you said, Wyatt. He's a good character. I did like his gun. I liked his arc, but to me, I feel like um he was more like comedic relief for me. Like even though he wasn't inherently funny, but like the things that he did do, like how the way his interactions were with Chirrut and everyone else, they were funny to me. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think I'd put him in B too. Maybe A.
Eh,
I'd say B. Like he didn't really do like that many like he didn't really have a super like a really special moment to me.
whoa, what about his death,
Yeah, he
bro? That
did.
was
Yeah,
awesome.
that
That
was.
was
But like
that was
compared to
bad as
everyone
frick,
else,
man.
yeah, but
Yeah,
everyone else, he was kind of just there,
yeah, I got you.
like fifth wheeling or something.
He was. And we're not even gonna talk about like Bodhi, how much of a like a sixth wheel he was. We'll get to him later.
Time for my thoughts. 10 out of 10 peak.
Wow.
Okay, for real, I'm still.
Something here, Nathan.
For
He's gonna use it for everything.
he goes in A tier for me. I think he's a really good character. He's definitely the weakest out of the main
Four.
main five. He's definitely the weakest, but I still think he's a good character and he's kind of a companion. He works so well because Chirrut exists.
Yeah, definitely.
So he goes in A for me. Now we have Bode.
Yep, Bodhi.
Yeah. So you can go first, Wyatt.
Okay. Well, I mean, he was the pilot, you know. Uh, he flew the ship.
He gave us
Uh,
say that again moment.
yep.
What's the ship? Rogue One.
Yep. He flew the ship real good. Uh, Piloted the U-wing better than I could. That's for sure. Uh, uh, uh. Let's see. What else did he do? Let me think. Uh, yeah. He was a good pilot. That's about it. Not a whole lot to say. He got blown up. Spoiler alert. Yeah, yep, that's about it. He didn't. Maybe if he had gotten an alien symbiote like he did in another movie he was in, maybe he would have been a better character. But uh, I don't know. I feel like he worked for the Life Foundation or something. I can't remember for sure though.
He was in the first Venom, I think.
Oh man,
Yeah, yeah. I was. Yeah, I
no
know.
comment. No comment.
He worked on
Yeah,
those peak movies.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let There Be Carnage, genuinely 10 out of 10 peak.
All right, getting sidetracked.
I mean,
That that that,
that's
that was
my pick.
Ryan's hot take for the day, I guess.
Yeah.
No, I still have one after.
Okay. Well, I haven't even thought about mine. Oh gosh. Anyway, uh, did I finish? I don't think
You
so.
didn't
Oh
say
yeah,
where
D
he
tier.
goes.
He's D tier. Like,
Whoa.
I mean, he was fine, but like compared to like everyone else in the movie, like
Your turn.
that's about it.
It's your turn, Nathan.
Um, yeah, he was a pilot. Um,
That he was.
you know, I feel bad for him, like when the alien was doing that alien stuff to him, fishing for the truth. Um, and I guess he did have a heroic moment at the end, kind of. Um, he did what he could. He helped. Um, he was a very crucial part to the mission, but I don't think that they intended him to be like uh an S tier character, or like he wasn't supposed to be a
Definitely not.
bad
No.
natural. So yeah, I don't really have that much to say about him. So I think I put him in C tier just because I think that they he did what um the writers and the director had in mind. Like he fulfilled the role well. I don't think he needed more screen time.
My turn.
That's fair.
10 out of 10 peak.
Oh
Joking.
my gosh.
I'm joking.
I hope so, man.
For real, I think like Nathan said, he served his purpose. He did it well. So I think he goes in all seriousness, C for me.
Yeah. Yeah, fair. I was a little harsh on him to be honest, but
Now, what do we can start with you, Wyatt. What do you think about Krennic?
uh fantastic villain. Uh I thought he was a really good villain. He was very like selfish, which and like that he wanted to get all the credit for the Death Star and he did not want Tarkin to take over, and he wanted recognition from the emperor for what he had done. And so I thought that was great because it just shows how selfish like the higher ups in the empire are and how power hungry they are. So I thought he makes a really good villain and a really good imperial leader, especially since like he's just like his treatment of uh Jin's dad Galen and uh all the other scientists there when Galen, came forward. I was the one who sabotaged the Death Star, or no, it wasn't that. It was something about the pipe. Anyway, he came forward and told him that it was him, and then he had all the other scientists killed anyway. That
Oh
was
yeah,
definitely
the
a bad guy move. And it's just, yeah, I thought he was a really good Imperial and a really good villain. I was so glad to see him in Andor season two. I was like cleaning my room or something when when then I heard, I wasn't paying attention. Then I heard his voice, and then I had to look straight at the screen. I was like, oh my gosh, he's back. So yeah, really good. I have him in A tier.
yeah. Like you know, like you said everything I was like I had in
I
mind.
have nothing to say.
Um, yeah, but he was great. I feel like the actor, he just feels like a villain. He looks like a villain. He plays that role so well, and I would say A as well.
Okay, it's my turn. 10 out of 10 peak.
Wow, how long are you gonna keep doing that?
Genuine,
I don't know. It's getting old already.
Yeah.
genuinely a fantastic character, spectacular character, and I think the actor does a great job. You guys basically said everything I had, but the actor does a. I think he does a great job at playing the character. I really think he's a great villain. He goes in
Yeah.
S tier, 10 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
Now let's do this quick. We all have our droid rankings here, right?
No, no, not the rankings.
Okay. So Ryan, if you and I both have our rankings, do you want us to just go back and forth on ours? What and then uh Nathan, you can throw together a tier list while we do that.
Okay.
So
We don't have to.
who's your number five, Wyatt? You don't have to give explanation.
I I have six.
Okay, yeah. I have
So
six.
did,
Yeah. Who's your number six?
okay. So number six is BB-8.
Me too.
Arguably one of the best characters in the sequel trilogy, but that's not saying much. So
Yeah, me too. Who's number five for you?
I have IG-11.
Same here. He was great in The Mandalorian, but the other
Yeah, but
ones
like
are
there's
just.
just so many other good droids.
Who's number four for you?
That's C-3PO.
Me too. I think we have the same
Do
list.
we have the same? We
Who's
got the
number
same
three for
list.
you?
R2.
Me too. Who's
Oh my
number two?
gosh. Chopper.
Yeah, Chopper. I was so excited to see
Did you
Chopper.
copy my homework, bro? You're supposed to
Don't
change
make
it.
it obvious.
Yeah.
I made it obvious.
Yeah.
I love Chopper so much, and I was so excited to see him in live action.
So at number one, I don't know if we said it, but I have K2SO.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, but to make it different, I added another droid, so mine could be different from yours. So at seven is BB-8, and six is IG-11, and five is 3PO, four is R2, three is Chopper, two is K2SO, and one is Roger from
Good team.
Creator Adventures. He is the greatest character in Star Wars. Just so you know, when you watch Freemaker Adventures, he is the best character. Period.
Um, I think you guys are gonna like cook me on this, but it I have a good reason for it. Chopper is last
Okay.
because I haven't seen the show.
Yeah,
Okay. So
Okay, that's fair. But you've seen Ahsoka. He was chopping it up in Ahsoka.
oh yeah. Okay, so yes, last is Chopper. Then I did like him in Ahsoka, but maybe because
That's okay.
he gets
He wasn't as good in Ahsoka as he was in Rebels, so that's fine.
Chopper's
or
peak in
actually
any show.
or actually you know what? I would say BB-8 is last instead. I don't
Yes,
hate it,
facts.
but
No.
they just tried to copy R2D2. So yeah, BB-8 is last.
I feel like R2's sassier.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see what you mean, but like I don't know, the way that BB-8 brought the message and everything, It
We
just
had
felt like,
Okay, I got you.
they
Like,
had our
I got you.
22 at home.
yeah,
And he's just a ball.
Yeah, salad.
He's just a beach ball
The
with a
salad
head.
bowl fell upside down on
I do like his design though.
Yes.
I do like his
No, no,
design.
yeah, yeah. This design, I really do like it. It's just fun. It's just fun to, rag on because it's just a ball with a head. It is really cool though.
Nathan has
A
no
ball
idea who Roger is,
with
so
a half ball.
Okay,
I don't see
let me. I can educate him on Roger. Okay, Roger is just peak character. He's a battle droid. He served in the Clone Wars. He teaches the main character everything he knows about being a Jedi because he remembers all the Jedi that cut him down, and he plays the holograms for him. It's so amazing. Anyway, continue.
Okay, so with that, I guess I'll just put IG-11 next,
Yeah.
and then Roger, since he's that peak. IG-11, I don't think we spent enough time with. Like, he was a good droid, but like he just died, and I see him as a vehicle instead now. Yeah, and then next would probably be C-3PO, then R2-D2. He's the best droid there is. Like R2 is
Did you
scary.
forget about K2?
Oh wait, okay, yeah. So C3P, or actually no, yeah, C3PO, then K2, and then R2D2.
Okay. I was hoping all three of us would agree to put K2 in the top spot, but okay, to
R2
each
was just
their
like
own.
I like to me, if we were doing the tier list, they would both go in S tier. Like they're on the same
Yeah,
level, but I think I like
they are.
R2 just a little more.
Yeah. It's really good. It's really cool to see how much personality they give R2 when he can't even talk. And like we're not even going to cover Chopper because Chopper kind of does talk because he just goes around. But R2 just has like three noises that he makes, and that's it.
so yes. With that, you
Okay.
can. Do you have the ships ranked, Nick?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so what's your ranking? Or what's in fifth place for you, Wyatt? And then we'll go to Nathan and then me.
I have the B wing.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not even a B. B stands for bomb. That's literally why the canon reason why it's called a B wing
I have the B
because
wing.
it drops bombs.
Yeah, I
I
also
think everyone can universally agree that that's the worst of them. It's not a bad ship. It's just the worst out of all of those.
yeah, it looks kind of weird. Not even kind of, it does look weird.
Yeah.
And then what's in fourth for you, Wyatt?
I have an A wing in fourth.
Okay, Nathan.
Uh, 1 second.
I have the Y wing.
No. How
I
could you?
I also have the A wing next. It it just looks so simple.
Yeah. I do like the A wing. I do like that it's simple, but it's like compared to the other ones, it's not as good. I have the Lego of it too, though.
Yeah, yeah.
I have that. What do you guys have in third? Or what do you have?
I have the U-wing in third. I thought U-wing was going to go higher because of how much I loved it in Rogue One and Andor, and how much I wanted that original Lego set when it came out in 2016. I wanted that thing so much, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized I prefer others over it. But it's still, I got the new. I know y'all don't collect Legos, but a new U-wing just came out. It's the second one that they've made. The first one was in 2016, so that's super expensive to get. They just made a new one last this year. Yeah, this year for Andor season two, and it's one of my favorite sets that I have.
I I have the Y wing next. I do really love the U wing's design. So yeah,
We're on third, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
we're on three. Yeah,
Okay, I have the A wing in three. And then what do you have in two, Wyatt?
I have the Y wing. which I also have a Lego of, the Rogue One version specifically.
Nathan?
Uh, it's pretty hard. I'm gonna have, or no, I have the X-wing at two. Sorry, it's
Wow.
a peak 10 out of 10 ship. Okay, the U-wing is a peak 10 out of 10 ship. You should agree with this.
I have that U-wing into. It's really cool.
It is really good. It is a really good ship.
And then, what do you have number one, Wyatt?
X-Wing, it's the OG. I mean, it's literally like I'd say besides a TIE fighter and maybe a Star Destroyer, it's Star Wars's landmark ship.
Yeah. And then we we did number one. Yeah, my number one's U-wing. What about you, Nathan? I don't know if we did.
My number one is also the U-wing.
Yeah, it's a good ship.
It's a peak
Actually,
10
I
out of
think
10.
it's in a different category than like the
Oh yeah,
other
my number one is
letter wing
definitely.
ship because U-wing is a troop transport. It wasn't actually like the X-wing and like the A-wing. Those were like specifically starfighters, like sing. But the U-wing is a troop transport. So even though it's a letter, I think it might be in a different category. But anyway, sorry, I just nerded out. That's my bad.
Yeah, I think you might actually be right.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a good ship though.
Wyatt, who's your favorite character from the movie?
K2SO.
Nathan?
K2SO.
K2SO.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
nice. We're all in agreement that K2SO is peak best, one of the best Star Wars characters. You know what? We should do an impromptu top five Star Wars characters.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
And then after this, we have. Okay, you go first, Nathan.
The Mandalorian is number one for me, and
All
then
right.
um, Darth Vader is probably next. But like, I feel like there's two different. Like, there's Anakin, and then there's Darth Vader for me, and I don't really know exactly who's cooler because I feel like Anakin himself just has so much aura. But yeah, I'll just say Darth Vader is next,
Okay.
and then I kind of feel bad for not having Luke here. Um, Next is probably Han Solo. I love his character.
I know.
And then uh, the show made me like Andor so much, so I'm gonna have him. And I feel like I have to put Luke here though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Luke at number five. I feel like I'm gonna get cooked on this list.
I apologize. I can't do a top five, but here's my list: Anakin, Mandalorian, Andor, Luke, Kanan, Rex. I didn't forget about him. Ahsoka, and I Obi-Wan. He's here. So we have Darth Maul. We have. I'm going to put. I will put Yoda. Why did I forget about him?
Oh yeah, Yoda. I totally forgot about Yoda.
Yoda. I have Rey. No, I'm just joking. I do not. Yeah, that's my list.
Number five, I have Roger from the Freemaker Adventures. He is a top tier character in all of fiction, quite frankly. Uh, Number four, I have fives. I should have put him at five, huh? Missed opportunity. Anyway, so at number four, I have fives, the clone trooper, or more specifically, ARC Trooper fives. Gotta give him his title.
If
And then
orders follow orders.
yes, amen. At number three, I have oh gosh, who did I put? K2SO. He's just he's just he's my boy. He's just my boy. And then number two, I have Ahsoka, just phenomenal character in Clone Wars and in Rebels. We don't talk about her show, obviously. Uh, Number one, I have the man himself, Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker. What is there to say? He's Darth freaking Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honorable mention goes to like Darth Maul though. He's great.
And now on to the hot takes. My hot take is that I think Ahsoka is an enjoyable show. And I'm so attached to the Rebels characters to the point where watching it, I was actually I actually liked it, unlike some other people who think it was garbage. I do think Ahsoka's the weakest link of the entire show, but I still think it's
Yeah.
a show overall, and it's even better if you count it as season 5 to Rebels.
Whoa, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna stop you right there. Even better if you count it as season five to Rebels.
Yeah, because a lot
Mm,
of people
okay.
jumped into it and had no idea. It's definitely, I don't think it's the weakest season. I still preferred it. I'm not sure, but a lot of people, their complaints with it is that the characters are have no development or have no backstory. But if they watched it as season 5 to Rebels, they would. I think it would be better if they just animated it. To be honest,
Yeah.
did like a Clone Wars style thing. But
Here
also,
here's the go in, go ahead. I'll
I
say
love
mine after.
seeing Anakin and Rex in live action.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that kind of stole the show for me.
Also, Chopper and Hera and Sabine, and
I think Sabine was casted really well, like
yeah,
Ezra.
I think they did. I think they casted her really well.
Like Ahsoka, no. Hera was okay.
I
But
liked the way they did live action Hera.
you did or you didn't?
I did. I think
Did?
everyone was casted great except Ahsoka, or maybe her acting will be better in season 2, but she's kind of just she comes off as just emotionless.
Yeah. And here's so I think when you look at it as a season five of Rebels, just to bring this back because I had some so when you look at it as season five of Rebels, I feel like it it's even worse. Just hear me out because I feel like it just doesn't do the original show justice when you look at it as a season five. Like I feel like with like Daredevil Born Again, like it's not quite as good as like the original show, but I think it still did it enough justice to be a season four of Daredevil. I wouldn't say the same with Ahsoka when it comes to it being a season five of Rebels. Now, again, it like you said, it is the backstory of Rebels is needed to watch Ahsoka, so it's a season five in that sense. But I feel like it's also a letdown if you look at it as season five.
Yeah, I can also agree with that.
Yeah. Anyway, Nathan, what was your hot take?
I think How to Train Your Dragon 2 is better than How to Train Your Dragon 1.
Whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa!
that's my
That is
favorite of the trilogy.
whoa, Paul. That whoa, that is the hottest take I've ever heard.
Now,
Jeez Louise, we can't. I don't think we can even get into that right now. Good grief.
Yeah.
Okay. My hot take. Let's see. Uh. Oh boy, I might get cooked for this. Some parts of Revenge of the Sith do not hold up.
I agree.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, I
cool.
agree. To me, like
Okay.
all of Star Wars, like the older movies, like a lot of the things in there don't hold up.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa, that's the hot take. I think the original trilogy holds up really well.
Yeah, I think
Even
it
if the
aged, and it's the oldest.
No, it does hold up, but like some things in there, Like, I
Yeah,
think because of
yeah,
how old it is, like, some of the things might not land as they used to
right.
back then.
Right. I think, see, what I think is like the special effects in the old Star Wars movies were good because they had to do everything practical and they had to think really hard about everything, all the technical aspects of everything. But the prequel trilogy came around and Lucas was like, "Oh, we can just use CGI for everything." And the that's what doesn't hold up is because instead of thinking through and engineering ways to make everything look realistic because they had to do everything practically. He just said, "Oh, we'll just CGI it," and that's what doesn't hold up really. All right, thanks for joining us today. If you want, you can follow me. My handle's in the description. And again, thanks for joining us. And be sure to subscribe to the Everything Film podcast and check out our other videos. Thanks. Bye.